Welcome to My 5 on WSBTradio.com. I'm Darin from Weekday Sports Beat. Each week I pick a topic and then I give you 5 reasons why I believe my opinion is correct about the particular subject selected. This week our topic is the 5 reasons why the Fighting Irish men's basketball team failed to be 500 in the Big East Conference this year. We'll start with number 5, and at number 5 we have inconsistent. When you take a look at this basketball team this year, the supporting cast was very up and down. Luke Herringody was terrific throughout this 2008-2009 campaign, but you take a look at the rest of the lineup, very up and down season. For example, Kyle McIlharney, last 4 games of the 7-game losing streak during the middle of the season, he scored 9, 9, 10, and 13, and had just 5 against Villanova in a big game toward the end of the Big East regular season. Ryan Ayers, in 8 of the Big East games that he played this year, failed to score in double figures, had none against Marquette, 2 points against Connecticut, and 3 points against Rutgers. And Torrey Jackson started out fast during the Big East season, 13 points per game over the first 4 games of the conference schedule, but just 8 points per game over the final 13 Big East games. We're not counting the St. John's games, as we recorded this right before the St. John's game, which was the final game of the Big East regular season. Moving along to number 4, offense only. You take a look at this basketball team, as Mike Bray has said many times, it is built to score a lot of points, and this team is built to outscore people. Unfortunately, not the case this year. The offense was not as good as last year. And you take a look at some of the other numbers. The opposition shot 43% from the field against the Irish this year. That's not going to get it done. The Irish just +2 in rebounding this year. Opposition teams, or I should say opposing teams, blocked 49 more shots than Notre Dame, opponents with 3 more steals, and also the Irish made just 21 more free throws than the opposition. So when the Irish don't score, they have a very difficult time of winning games. The number 3 reason why the Irish failed to finish 500 in the Big East Conference is they played the A schedule in the Big East. History shows this basketball team struggles against the A schedule, and that was the case this year, as again they entered the St. John's game with a record of 7-10. Next year they'll go back to the B schedule, which they played last year when they won 14 games and had that great season. All right, number 2 on the list is senior class maybe not improving like they should have. Let's take a look at some of the numbers of the senior class, and I think that will show you this group did not improve significantly over their junior season. We'll start with Ryan Ayers, maybe the one guy that stepped up. Keep in mind he played a lot more minutes than he did during his junior season. He averaged 7 points a game last year, 11 points per game this year, 3-point field goal percentage, 41% last year, 43% this year. Zach Hillsland probably reduced the most in terms of statistics from his junior to his senior season. Last year, 6 points per game. This year, 5. When you take a look at field goal percentage, he went down from 50% to 41%. Free throw percentage, 69% to 55%. And also, rebounding stayed pretty much the same at 5 rebounds a contest. Luke Zeller, last year, 4 points per game, 38% from the three-point line. This year, 5 points per game, just 34% from the three-point line. Kyle McIlharney did not really drop off that much. Maybe we expected him to spike a little bit in his senior season. 15 points per game this year and last year. 3-point percentage, 44% during his junior season and 43% during his senior campaign. And the number 1 reason why the Irish failed to finish 500 in the Big East, they just were not able to outscore the opposition like they had in the past. As I mentioned earlier, Mike Bray has built this program around outscoring the opposition. Just not the case this year. They outscored their opponents officially 77-72, but keep in mind, a lot of cupcake games early in the year when the Irish blew out the competition, they had a huge margin of victory going into the Big East season. Of course, that reduced very quickly down to 77-72. So if the Irish are going to get back to their winning ways the rest of this year and into next year, they're going to have to learn how to outscore the opposition once again. Those are my 5 reasons why the Irish failed to finish 500 in the Big East. Inconsistent play out of their core group. An offensive-only style did not work out this year, as the team not able to outscore the opposition, and their defense in other areas not good enough to pick up the slack. They played the A schedule in the Big East. Senior class dropped off a little bit in terms of contributions, and again, they failed to outscore the opposition in 2008-2009. What's your opinion? Send me an email, Darin at WSBT.com. That's DARIN at WSBT.com. Tune in next week for another edition of My 5 on WSBTradio.com. I'm Darin Pritchett.